Hello, nice to see you all. And Sunday evening, bank holiday, isn't it? Bank holiday. More excuse to get the booze down, isn't it? That's the only reason we love bank holidays. That's the only reason I still love them. Purely get more drink. Simple as that. Because it's like a Saturday night now, isn't it? Even though it's Sunday. It's more like a recovery day tomorrow. You can recover more. Left liner, good evening. How are you? Nice to see you. I'm sure about bank holidays. Bank holidays. Bank holidays. The only reason we like them is because we can drink more. As simple as that. Gives you more chance to take it easy. Good evening, Rains. How you doing? Hi, Sub. How are you? Hope you're okay. Had a good day. Hasn't been a bad day. It's been quite close here. Not a lot of sun. It's been quite warm. Hello, Cars. How you doing? Dan. Good evening. Very well, thanks. I didn't do a lot live. I went to a birthday celebration. My mother was 94, do you believe? So I just ended up staying a bit longer with my partner and whatnot. But yeah, I did a video at night about how alcohol actually won with me and took me to the depths of despair, which has a few people, hasn't it? Once you get to the point where your life's sort of crumbling away, then it's not a good place to be, is it? But yeah, bank holidays were always a time. I'm afraid if it's not until Carnival this weekend, isn't it? And I used to work a lot of those ones in the Met. Even after that finished, we used to get on some of the stall holders would give us a few drinks. I'm off duty and whatnot. Thanks very much, Internet. Must be your voice is very calming. That's good to know. Bank holidays were always a time when I did have the odd bank holiday off. Like I say, I used to work a lot. The police station never closes, does it? But it was always an excuse to have a bit more to drink at the weekend because you knew you had this Monday to recover or an extra day. Used to maybe put days on your leave on the end of the bank holiday. But did you know that the Tuesday following bank holiday, it's the same stress levels as a Monday after the Sunday, as it were. So every day that somebody has 2 or 3 days off in a row, then there's higher incidence of heart attacks in London around. Bizarre, isn't it? The stress of going back to work, people have too much to drink, high blood pressure kicks in, all this sort of thing, and back to square one, don't we? That's the problem. Hello, Anne, how you doing? Nice to see you. So the subject of tonight, when I did the video, was basically how it took me down to a hopeless state where I couldn't do anything. I missed my daughter's graduation. I was in hospital for nearly 2 years, on and off. Really weak. I couldn't get out of hospital. Even if I discharged myself, I couldn't walk. I was, completely disabled by it already. It wasn't a good place to be. And I got to the point where I suppose I was powerless over in a way, and control my life. I knew how to stop. But I knew how to stop. It was difficult to think, well, I can't have another drink ever again. And that's the thing. When people try and get off it, they think, well, it's a hard emotional lesson that we can't drink again. You can never drink again. And you think, well, wow, how can I cope with life? Because alcohol's been in your life for so long, hasn't it? Like, so the bank holidays nightclub stayed open Sunday night, Monday morning. Yeah, they did stay a little bit later, didn't it? Stay open a bit later. And it was wild, wasn't it? Bank holidays. But now they're a bit more sedate, a bit calmer. Had a good day yesterday, as I said, and like today, just not done a lot really, just took it easy. But had I been drinking yesterday, then today would have been a write-off. Then tomorrow would be a write-off. I mean, alcohol doesn't actually it spoils everything, doesn't it? Does you no good whatsoever. It spoils every celebration you go to, every meal you go to, every trip you take, every holiday you take. Hello, Shandy, how you doing? Nice to see you. What part of Scotland are you from? Blackstone, evening, Steve. It's amazing how calm you get when you say so. You get peace, don't you? You get peace. And I think what happens is you learn to relax without alcohol. Because I'm quite a hyper person anyway. Well, my partner says I am, if I get going, But you cannot relax without alcohol when you're in that addiction stage, or active addiction, I'd say. But now I can just listen to a bit of music, chat to you, whatever I'm doing. Let's go for a walk, go to the gym. Surely Dundee, the reason we're all alcoholics in this city, it's just, yeah, there could be, well, I think there is a link to social deprivation. But it's interesting that Londoners drink more than Northerners, but Londoners live longer. That's a statistic that's been recognised for a while, actually. Hi, Catherine, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. And yeah, the maintenance rate was, when I went down with it, I went down. It was like getting hit by a train when I got really, really addicted. And it was not the best place to be, because I basically had no control over how I was feeling in hospital. And it was like horrendous, absolutely horrendous. The whole, from going to the hospital to coming out again, I just thought it was never well. The whole experience was horrendous, and it just took me down and down, down, down. I was at a suicidal point, really, to be fair. I wanted to give up. Hello, Stoic, how are you? How are you doing? Nice to see you. So you can't let it control you. And if it is controlling, you've got to get off it and stay off it. That's the problem that most people have, because they can't stay off it for long. And it's very easy to gravitate back to the booze again, isn't it? I gravitate just going with a couple of cans, and it'll get worse towards the winter, like I said 100 times. Summertime's all right. I got it for me. I know some people get triggered by the sunshine and whatnot, but when I was on my own, lonely, just easy to drink, dial a drink, get a few drinks delivered, and just sit and feel sorry for myself. And then you get depressed, and your mind goes into a very sorry state, and you can't really function then. And that's why in hospital I couldn't even get to the doctors, So unfortunately for us, sobriety comes late in life. Becomes more precious, and we do our best to hang on. But that's a good point. Yeah, as you get older, you're a bit more able to rationalise stuff, and you want it to become. Well, you want to get healthy again, don't you? Because when you're young, you're invincible. You don't really think about getting a bit older, and you just think, well, I'm 20 now, I'll be fine. How was the party? It was good, thanks to it. It was my mother's birthday party, actually. She was 94. But it's incredible how my parents have lived so long. My dad was 92 when he died. Whether or not I'll live that long, I don't know, because they never hammered their bodies with drunk alcohol. They drank, but they drank to a sort of cautious level, maybe social drinking level, which most people can do. But us on here, we've been through the problem drinking stage, haven't we? But we're healthy again. And there has been a few medical studies done. Even if you've got issues with alcohol, but you stay off it, you become healthier than the average population who are still drinking a little bit, because you look after your weight, you look after your diet, do a bit of exercise all the time. Because I didn't realize that weight, even if you've got cirrhosis or fibrosis, if you put too much weight on, it still cause issues with the liver, even if the liver's working properly, which can make you at a higher risk of developing liver cancer. That's interesting, isn't it? So you've got to watch your weight as well. It's a constant battle, this sobriety, to keep healthy. It's a constant battle in life to keep healthy, isn't it? To be fair, but this makes it even worse. That's why you need to dedicate some time to it. You need to be strong with yourself, and you need to realise that it's not just going to happen overnight. And the body will repair itself. Sometimes it'll take a bit longer, depending on how much you've been drinking, what you've been drinking, how long you've been drinking for. If you've been drinking since you were 15, and you're 55, 40 years of drink to turn back. It's a hell of a lot of drink, isn't it? To turn back that amount, that many years of throwing poison down your neck. So it starts. This new one, I didn't hold back my comments. It's a sober start. He seems to he's liking a lot of attention, isn't he? This sober start chap. He seems to like the attention. I haven't had much time to watch him, I have to say, like a little bit, but some more questions come in. Yeah, is moderate drinking really safe? Well, it is for some people, but not for us. We can never moderate again, because we're going to get into a total mess. With 20 people on there, that's good. So we can't do it forget about moderate drinking. It's not ever going to be good for us, is it? The start because 94. Well, I bet your mum's probably been. She is, yeah. It's been incredible journey, really. How good it feel knowing you're going to be in control and even yes, it is good. Yeah, right. Stoic. When you're in control, you know, well, you act better, don't you? Be more reliable. You're a better person. You don't have to hide anything. You know. Catherine, oh, that's great. Okay, a good time. Yeah, it's excellent. Yeah, it's nice to see somebody 94. So only 0.7 of the population lived in 94, which isn't a lot, is it? You know, when you think about God, well, my dad was 1992. My uncle was 97. So there's good genes in the family. Whether I've ruined them, I don't know. I've worn mine out. Worn the genes too much. Hi, Samantha. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you had a good day. And I was just talking about earlier about the latest video I did was when I just lost all hope, really, when I was in hospital. And when my daughter used to come in, I thought, I can't even get out of hospital to walk out of the door to say goodbye. It was heartbreaking. I got the time she actually took me in the hospital, and so you've got to be detained, but you're going to be admitted, you know. I said, God, how bad is the shock of that? How bad is it? Will Smith just came back from the pub on the 0%. It's so heartening watching people fall apart. It is. They fall apart very quickly if they just have 4 or 5 drinks, become loud and aggressive sometimes. And as the night goes on, they get worse, don't they? Some people, not everybody. But if they drink, not the problem. It's finding someone you can trust. Good point. Nick, for the evening all. How are you doing, Nick? Brian Vanderwood. Hi, Steve. Great channel. Thanks, Brian. I don't know if you're new here or not, but thanks to anybody who's new. And if you'd like to drop a super chat in to support the channel, then please do. Or the Buy Me a Coffee links on the top there, pinned. I hope everyone's okay. So we've got 28 people after 12 minutes, which is good, especially in the bank holiday. Because you know that some people will still go out and about. You know what I'm saying? I hope Birdie's all right and Kaz is on as well. P-Clog, you're not being alcohol by going on about it all the time. I'm not going on about it. I'm trying to teach people. I'm trying to educate them in the dangers, really. Pete, I'm not going on about it all the time. You don't have to be here, you know, you can disappear. You don't have to listen. Stoic Ex-Mariner, Rick's finally blocked me. I left a big comment calling him out. I knew he'd block me. I watched his new video. He makes me so angry. He's a lying con man. Glad I'm blocked. Interesting. This Pete, can somebody get rid of this Peter chap? He's annoying me now. The thing is with the Rick thing, I haven't seen much of it, but I think it's going to be short-lived, isn't it? I don't think it survives long because people know he's a scammer. Or con man, wherever he is. You'll get a lot of views initially, but it won't be sustainable. That's the thing. It won't be sustainable. So Pete's gone. Well done, Stoic. It didn't last long, did he? 2 comments. It's good that you got that power to get rid of people. Makes me laugh when they put stupid comments on the YouTube channel and the videos and things. I just say put more on because it helps the channel grow. You know, it's not really bright, these people, are they? However, yeah, when you lose control, you're in hospital. You feel very emotional. Now I'm quite an emotional person anyway, and you don't know whether you're going to get out again. All you seem to get in the hospital is bad news. Well, that's what I got anyway. Have a sleep, mate. Sober up and come back. Sleep pit, yeah. That's a good one, yeah. Rick is shite, he said. Rain's Rick is shite. He's a funny guy. He sits in his bedroom and talks to himself, I think. I don't think he's got the bottle to do any of these. So yeah, when you lose control, you lose your will to live. That's the problem. And when you're mentally weak, your body's weak, isn't it? And you just can't be bothered to fight it. It's only when you get a little bit stronger that you actually realise you've got to be there for people because people rely on you. You know. Mark Albert, I promote the channel. Thanks, Mark. Nice to see you on here. Dan watched Rick for the first time today. Feels quite sorry for himself. I said I've never had the time to watch him, to be honest, but he sounds like a bit of a nightmare. Another question here. Oh yeah, I mentioned, is moderate drinking really safe? It is for people who can moderately drink, if that makes sense. We can't do that. We can't socially drink. We can't just have 2 or 3 glasses every couple of days, or once a week, or whatever. It'll take us straight back to square one, as we all know, and then you relapse and it becomes worse and that sort of thing. So Stoic, well done, mate. Wear it like a badge of honour. You're a fallen warrior that gave his life for the truth of sobriety. True. Jeff Kelly, isn't it astonishing the stupid decisions that you can make within a few hours of drinking? Oh, it's crazy. Get more money out, do this, do that, and get a taxi and go somewhere else, and buy this, buy that. It's just madness. And if you're easily led, then you end up with casinos and all sorts of money goes, and that's how people get into a total mess. That's how people become bankrupt, isn't it? They feel it's like getting on the wrong train. The further you go from the destination, the harder it is to get back. That's a good point, that isn't it? Yeah, it is getting the wrong train. I did that a few times, getting the wrong train. I see something I saw on YouTube. 122,000 subscribers named Cobra JFS died the other day. Wow. A 34-year-old autistic man who was drinking heavily for years, and so-called super fans were sending him drink. God, it's mad, isn't it? Sends me that drink. It killed him, didn't it? Obviously killed him. Then you imagine that, sending an alcoholic drink for entertainment, watching Amanda Stromswell. You know, there's a strange aura about when I go and see the people I used to drink with, because they don't like me anymore. And they'd love to see me fall. They'd love it. Because I'm sober, then they just ignore me now, because I know I'm sober confident. In the early days, it actually encouraged me to have a drink. I'll just have one, you'll be fine. Well, obviously strong enough to keep away from them. I just don't even go in there now. I've given up. Because unless somebody enhances your life, why bother with them? That's the thing, isn't it? Then he was on a live stream actually complaining of stomach pain and died that night. Jesus. Horrendous. At that age, 34. Stoic, I created another account to go back on. Got to get my emotions and told myself that's for the best. Don't bother with them, Stoic. What's the point? What is the point, you know? If you'd like to drop a super chat in, please do. If you're benefiting from the channel, will help us grow. Or buy me coffee links at the top there. I hope Bertie's right, I guess. Yeah? I haven't heard from him for a while. So yeah, moderate drinking is out of the picture. We can't moderate it, as simple as that. So this RIP King Cobra, I'll have a look at some of his videos on. But to die at 34, well, it doesn't bear thinking about, does it? Especially when it's preventable. But I've seen a few comments on the videos recently about younger people not drinking as much, but cirrhosis is presenting in much younger people. They're the ones supposed to not be drinking. I think they're drinking less in pubs, but they're drinking more at home. They're drinking stronger drinks, which would cause illness quicker, wouldn't it? And could have been a dodgy curry. Could have been. 50, both my parents died from booze. Wow, bloody hell, Mark. That's not good. It's very sad. Very sad. I don't think I've spoken to one family recently who haven't had some sort of alcohol issue in the family. Ranges from drink drive to assaults to liver disease, pancreatitis is the thing which isn't discussed enough. A lot of people have pancreatic cancer from boozing, and the survival rate is very low. If you get liver cancer very early on, if it's detected, it can easily be reversed. You can deal with it, but pancreatic cancer you can't. There's mouth cancer, esophageal cancer, so all these different things associated with alcohol, and plus the accidents and the suicides and all this sort of thing. 34 and very stubborn and dysfunctional. Imagine having this online relationship where you get yourself self-esteem from binge drinking for an audience. Jesus, that's terrible. I didn't realize he was doing that. As I've just heard about in the last couple of days, when somebody mentioned he passed away. And you can die from appendicitis. I think you can. Yeah, you can. The thing is with alcohol, though, because you're so much in a stupor sometimes, you ignore other warning signs of other illnesses. You don't get your teeth checked. You don't go get blood pressure checked. You stay away from the doctor in case he admits you in the hospital. That sort of thing. So you don't actually look after yourself at all. You not wash your hands. There's no self-care. It's horrendous. So the internet can be a wonderful and horrid place at times. It can, man. There's a lot of strange people about who love to see people down. Hello, Hops. How are you doing? Nice to see you on the WhatsApp. I'll put my number on if you're looking to join the WhatsApp group. There's quite a lot of chat on there at the moment. That's for WhatsApp, yeah, for WhatsApp. If you'd like to join up, which that'll be busy again in the winter when people have got nothing to do. It's a bit of a lifeline, really. And that's right, Steve. His YouTube name is King Cobra. His name was Joshua Saunders. Right? Horrendous, isn't it? How an audience would actually buy him a drink. Will Smith, do you ever have nightmares about drinking? I'm 6 weeks in and had a few nightmares. I did initially, yeah. Even actually up to about 2 or 3 years ago, I did. I used to wake up thinking, God, thank God I haven't had a drink. So relieved, you know. Any very extreme behaviour, Catherine. Young men can be fetless and think they're bulletproof. 100%. Well, I did. The doctor told me to stop drinking in the late 20s, and I didn't. I thought I knew better. If only I had, but then I wouldn't have been in the position I'm in. I'm in a good position now, so I'm not worried about that. Catherine, yes, you can. The amount of people who video accidents without helping and put them online. Sad people. Sick world, isn't it? Sick world sometimes. If you benefit from these, then please stop a super chatting or buy me coffee links at the top there to support the channel. It's grown quite well. Very well, actually. I missed doing this last night. I missed it, but I thought the audience would be like, it's been quite good so far, especially for a bank holiday, because people do other things and a lot of people are away on holiday. So to get through this first 5 weeks with quite a good audience is good, because when everybody gets back to normal, then it'll grow even quicker. Because, like I said, people are on holiday, they've got distractions with children, families, and this sort of thing, you know, and it'll be even busier. But we've got some good people in here, some solid people, which makes a massive difference. Another question, somebody, oh yeah, blackouts. I don't know how many people have had blackouts. I did a couple of times in the forest. Epping Forest. It's just when your mind goes blank. But often, I remember when I'd been drinking quite for quite a while, and I'd forget where I put the car. Not, after a session, but even the next 2 or 3 days, I go to something more. I think I can't remember where the car is, because your mind slowed down even 2 or 3 days later. Hi, Nick. It's getting bigger and better. Yeah, thanks, Nick, for that. Appreciate it. So your mind will get so addled with the booze, you forget where you put the car 3 days later. You're not sharp at all. That's one of the first things you notice when you get sober, is that your brain will sharpen up very quickly, because you get more rest. It's poison, isn't it, alcohol? The only things go wrong. Everything goes wrong when you drink. It spoils everything. What does it help with? Nothing. Zero. Yeah, it destroys everything. It does. It spoils everything, doesn't it? Maka, have you ever woke up feeling hungover even though you've been off the booze? Oh yeah, it's just tiredness out of me, I think. But I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. But the dreams are worse when you panic. God, I haven't had a drink. I'm so pleased. It's a strange one, that. Then you start with 34, but I think you never mentally matured past adolescence. That's the problem, isn't it? And then you must have got a kick out of being online, you see. Mark Albert, booze destroys everything. 100% it does, yeah. It'll take everything, take your mind, take your body, take everything from you. And take your life in the end, won't it? Simple as that. Urban angst. I ended up with pancreas problems. Not quite cancer, but I lost massive weight. I was in emergency regularly with chronic pancreatitis. Enzyme replacement requires sobriety. Jesus, sounds horrific. I've got a friend who had pancreatitis twice, acute. He takes 17 tablets a day, and he drinks every day. He'll die, won't he? Early. Ben Diamond, how are you doing? And you having no sober type friends is a big problem too. You've got plenty on here. Start with meeting people who are more healthy than you. Look to meeting people and working with people and associating with people who are in the same position, really, or have mastered it, or maybe a bit further in business or something. Don't align yourself with losers anymore. That's right. I came right down to loser level, and I knew I didn't belong there really. But I was sort of trapped with that lot. I'm so pleased to be out of it. Imagine all your fair with the friends who drink this. It's a toxic bond. Of course it is. Because you might want a day off, you think, I'll have a couple of cans or something, then they'll text you coming down the pub. That's how it goes on. It ends up in a roll, doesn't it? We get the boozer all the time. Tell you about my friends used to call me the exorcist because I couldn't handle spirits. Yeah. I never drank spirits either, but I understand what you mean. Bit of a joke in there, but it's quite true. I tried a couple of wines now and again. No good for me. And I've tried spirits, no good for me. I like a longer drink, Yeah, so basically, blacking out. I did a couple of times. Even when I was in the flights, I think, God, how'd I end up on the floor? But ribs and all sorts. I'm not just clumsy. Part of the things I'm clumsy was a drink. Maybe it's made me clumsy. I don't know. But I don't have any lasting effects now, which is good. But it causes all sorts of neuropathy problems. You see alcoholics, well, they don't even, when they're sober, they can't walk properly. Because you're not coordinated properly. Everything gets affected. It's nerve damage, isn't it? Not just the liver and the pancreas, it's the heart as well. High blood pressure, and then you've got strokes and all this sort of thing, Dan never had a blackout. The delirium tremors have been petrifying beyond belief with horrific hallucinations. I've heard about the DTs, but I've never experienced them. As far as I'm aware. I had a couple of seizures though, which were frightening enough. I started to talk slowly, and it's really weird seizure. It's hard to explain. It's pretty frightening though. So when Catherine this year, a dead body passed my boat. The rescue diver brought him ashore, threw rolls of kitchen rolls so they could clean them up. And the last thing on my mind was to photograph it. I was surprised. Yeah. I'm getting really interested in cooking, so I'm experimenting with different recipes. It's keeping me occupied. Yeah, I did that as well. It's a good idea. You need to look after your diet. Then I began socialising only with people I met in the recovery community. That's the thing. Yeah. Mostly smart recovery program there as well. This is even a cruise line called Sober Celebration. I think somebody mentioned that the other day. Sober Celebrations. Martin Hunt, all evening all. Top of the fine summer's night to you. That's terrible. It is, isn't it? Horrible. About the body. Richard Bruce. Hi, Stephen and everyone. Good evening. Hope you're well, Richard. Jonathan Gould, hello all. How are we doing? Mark, my mum had the DT so bad. Horrific to watch that. So somebody had it in the hospital with me, with the ward, but he got into a room on his own. Died not long after. He had very yellow eyes, completely jaundiced, It's horrendous to watch somebody else have it. I've seen him, men a lot smarter than me, fall to drink. Of course, didn't take any prisoners. Doesn't matter what you like, what level in life you are, it'll take you down. One dead by misadventure and one decided to kill himself. Wow. Age 37, 47. Scooter Bob, hey guys, how you doing, Scooter? Smart people are the hardest to get it. Yeah, it's because we're overthinkers, aren't we? Which was thanks to you feeling on top of my drinking. Good. I'm glad you're on top of it. Keep off it. Is the key. That's the message, isn't it? Stay sober. Stay sober. If you can do it, you'll win a massive, massive, massive prize in life, and that is your health. Because your health is your wealth, isn't it? If you haven't got your health, you've got nothing. And that's the way I felt in hospital. That's my health. Magpie. When your health starts to go, then you're knackered, aren't you? When I was really ill and I was told I was serious, when I was told I was seriously ill, I just thought all I want to do is get out of here and just go and sit on the bridge and drink, kill myself. That's how low I was. Lenny Evans, that's great to hear. Some people have this misbelief life will get boring. No, it doesn't. It gets really busy. It does. You've got plenty to do. Tracy Park, good evening. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Same here, Richard. It's great feeling. Yes, it's good to be sober, isn't it? Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to the channel. It may help others in the future. Yeah, good point, someone. Yeah, share, like, and subscribe. If you getting value from the channel and from the lives especially, there's no monetization on here, so it will flow well. And please drop a super chat in. There's not very much. And the coffee links at the top, pinned at the top there. It helps support the channel, help it grow, and as a sub said there, it will help others, and that's what we're here for. Help ourselves, help others. You can't help anybody else unless you help yourself first. So don't forget to share that. Yes, Mark, you got nothing. You got nothing about help. Samantha, hi Tracy. Nice to have some ladies on. Because the beef and chicken is off on holiday. Nice to see you again, Samantha. Stoic philosophy, Lenny, it doesn't who you are, what walk of life you're from. Addiction doesn't discriminate, not at all. Scott Bob, is nothing can replace good health. Tracy, hi Samantha. Yeah, get more ladies. I've got 40% women now. It's good. It's good balance. I didn't realise how many women were affected by alcohol. There's been a massive increase in alcoholics with females the last 20 years, since dynamics have changed with work and this sort of thing, Well, I must admit, nearly 9 months ago, that's brilliant, isn't it? I still have those down days when obsessive thoughts come in, like sober sucks. When I see friends having drinks in a patio and I feel envious. Yeah, but Urban, 9 months is great. Round of applause for Urban, because it's amazing to get 9 months under your belt, isn't it? If you get 9 years, you get 9 months, you get 9 years. You keep going, you're doing really well. They're not getting anything out of drinking. They'll end up in a mess. You'll overtake them in life, you see. Think long term with this. Short term, getting off 24 hours a day, as it were, sober for one day, but long term, you will benefit. Anything that's consistent will benefit you. Same as go to the gym, same as diet, anything. Or learning, No, it doesn't discriminate at all. Take everybody down, if it could, alcohol. I should clarify, ex-friends, since they're old, dish me when I went sober. And mine? I mean, who else has had friends that are so-called? I see you looking better, being better, looking younger, and they're looking older. Fear of missing out, yeah, that's the problem with the drink. Leslie, hope you're well. How's Paris? Sullivan said quit drinking 600 days ago, but I've just stopped nicotine, and these videos are keeping me sane. Good. It's an addiction, and they both compare, from me at least. A lot of drinkers smoke a little bit when they have too much to drink. They're not like not full-on smokers, but smoking's so expensive as well, isn't it? Then you have it's false comradeship. It certainly is with drinkers, yeah. Hi Neil, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Leslie, late on holiday by the sea. Oh, nice one. Bad touch, alcohol, beat you. Urbanist, not your envious. You know where it ends, yeah. If your addiction is that is envious, yeah, of course it is. It's all to do with addiction, isn't it? Another good job, Sullivan Chen. It's fantastic to do 600 days. Well done. Keep it going, keep strong, and we can all beat it down here. There's no reason why we can't all be completely sober. So, man, I've made a living out of my back. This has served me well. Unfortunately, it's now completely shot. So switch over decision. Yeah, you got to look after yourself. Oh, right. Hope you're well. So that's a great way to think of it. So it's not you that's envious, it's the addiction's envious. Yes, anybody's getting sober, keep plugging away, keep strong. Leslie, yeah, enjoy your time by the sea, because Leslie's been through a tough time, She didn't mind me talking about it because she mentioned it. Samantha said, enjoy your holidays. She said, liver transplant, 17 hours surgery, 2 teams of surgeons. It's a hell of a thing to go through, but she survived, which is brilliant, isn't it? So well done, Leslie, on that one. It's amazing. So we've got a few more women on already. Stoic, hi Catherine, how are you? Yeah, so we've got whatever we drink, we have blackouts, but we're actually talking amongst ourselves, which is even better, isn't it? Oh, well, we've got here the benefits of quitting alcohol short term versus long term. Well, the benefits of quitting alcohol short term is that you can make it long term, I suppose. But there's so many benefits from it, as in your health is the main one, isn't it? Feeling better, being more productive, having some money in the bank. Have a great holiday, and said Leslie, thanks. All the benefits will come in time. Some people feel benefits quicker than others, but the main one is you start to feel hungry again because you don't eat properly when you're drinking too much. That was one of the main issues with me. So you lose weight and you lose strength and then you lose your mind and you start to feel as if you have no purpose in life as well. You lose all of that. It'll just take it. It doesn't take long. Once this cycle starts, it gathers momentum. When one thing starts growing, the next one. So you might have a problem with your kidneys and a little problem with your pancreas, and then have some high blood pressure. Then you won't go to the doctor through all of this because you don't want to go and admit you're an alcoholic. It's still stigmatized, isn't it? Even doctors, I think, still go, "Oh, you need to cut down." I'm sure that people who take other drugs don't get this sort of like, "Oh, get out of the office" type thing, go and sort yourself out attitude. lot of drinkers get, Real Farmer, good evening. How you doing? Nice to see you on the comments on the main video as well. I just talked about how alcohol takes you down, but the benefits of short-term and long-term alcohol recovery. There's no such thing as short-term for me, because you're just going to go back in the drink again, aren't you? You've got to look at it as a long-term project, a long-term plan. And if you don't, you'll just fall back again. That's going to be a problem. The alcoholic cascade, what A calls the gift of desperation. Yeah, it's a good way of putting it as well. There's all these different phrases coming out. But I mean, it's another thing with relapse. It's like this trap of feeling that you've won, or the trap of feeling cured. You're never cured from this, because it won't take you long before you're drinking full time again. And most of us on here have been drinking full time, or hair of the dog when you start drinking a bit of work, and then what you're doing then is you're just top drinking then. And if you start in the morning, and you just carry on, because if you have 1 or 2 in the morning to sort you out, so to speak, then you're going to need to drink more and more all day, aren't you? Which is going to cause even more problems. So you're never going to end. You're never going to stop the cycle. It's just going to go on and on and on. And that's the issue, isn't it? If you are benefiting from these, then please drop a super chat in if you would like to support the channel, or the Buy Me a Coffee links at the top there if you want to give that a little go. So short term, no, there's no benefit really in short term stopping. You just got to stay off it. That's when you get the real benefits. Thanks very much, Anne. And Drivers Bought a Coffee. Thanks, Anne. Good support. Well, you're all good supporters, but it's nice to get a little bit of something to help grow the channel. A donation like that, I appreciate that. Thank you, Anne. Hope you're well. Jimmy Dodger, I've been close to relapse so many times, but the longer I've been off the booze, it gets easier to resist temptation. Well, that's good, Jimmy, isn't it? If you've learned to do that, because every year you get sober, you should be able. It's been more strong anyway, but it's not that. Something creep up, I was speaking to a GP years ago when I was having problems. She said her friend who was also a doctor, had about 15, 20 years off the booze. And she went to one New Year's party and started to drink again. She died 6 months later. And she was a doctor. So, like you said, it doesn't discriminate. But you've got to be careful all the time that you don't just go back to square one, Fairby, good evening, Stephen. Managed to stay off whiskey all weekend. Well done. Feel so much better now. Just had 1 pint with a coffee at night with my parents early night. Brilliant. Good luck with the interview on Tuesday. So you try to getting a bit of a sensible head on. That's the thing, isn't it? Theo, last year I sat on the bench drinking beer. A man came sitting next to me, drank methylated spirits from a plastic bottle. That made me think, you look terrible. We're away end. Yeah, that is bad news. I met a couple of people in London when I was in the police who drank meth. Not policemen, but, street dwellers. And some of them had very good jobs in the past, but took everything from stripping of everything, and they died, obviously. Some had low appetite, low self-esteem, low motivation, low aspirations. The only thing matters. Yeah, the only thing that mattered when I was drinking heavily was getting a drink. You didn't care about anything else. That's how acute this addiction is, isn't it? Real Farmer, Hair of the Dog was always something I'd done to pull me around. It is, yeah. I was just chasing my last pint, then ended up in the day bender, and the circle carried on. Yeah, it never ends, does it? When you have Hair of the Dog, you're just trying to take away the pain of the withdrawal, really. And then when you stay off for a while, what happens is that when you go back on the booze, you don't even have any hangovers. You just go straight back to withdrawal. Fairby, thanks, Stephen. Life's so much better without alcohol. It is, man. It's a different world. And Driver, thanks again for the coffee. Appreciate that. If anybody else wants to drop a coffee in, please do, or a super chat. It helps to support us. And good luck for Tuesday, yeah. Well done. Nice. There's also the dark side of willful addiction, which is sometimes described as a form of suicide. Right? That's interesting. Martin, not exactly the same. I think a relapse should not be seen as a bad thing, especially in the first stages. When a full-time quantity artist, again, is very different. Of course it is. Heather Dog could never understand what that really meant. Equalize would be more appropriate, would you? It's just trying to get back to normal. I thought that might be diabetic years ago because the drink and the sugar rush, but I wasn't. It was just my brain needed it, Harps, how you doing? First drink will always get you. I don't think there's anybody ever beaten that. Johnny Dodger, wow, thanks very much for that massive super chat. Super thanks, I should say. Jamie said, thanks for your inspiration, solid and wavering message for support. That's really nice of you, Jamie. Cheers for that. Makes a big difference to the channel. It allows me to keep going and keep these lives going and keep the videos going. So thanks for supporting the channel. Yeah, 100%. Thanks, Theo. Another donation. Thanks so much. Appreciate these. Keeps us solid. We'll keep running this every day if we can. Not every minute if we can. We shall have to have the odd night off. But I want you to all to just, be solid on here and stay together, because I think the problem is some of you are letting the fireworks here. I don't know why. Maybe for all these donations. So it helps us to consolidate things if there's a group of people, because you'll miss each other and you miss talking to somebody, even though it's online, because we will meet up. Joey, to know what he's made. Thanks again, and you're welcome. Really nice of you. Thank you. Thanks very much, Joey Dodger, for that, and to Theo. Makes a massive difference. To Anne for the coffee as well. Anybody else wants to do that? It's really, really supportive, and cheers. Yeah, well, no, yeah. Somebody else about alcohol and memory loss. I get a lot of questions, which is good. It means people are looking at the videos, How do you cope with memory loss? Like I said before, even 2 or 3 days after a large drink, as it were, I'd forget where I put the car. Where the keys were. All that sort of thing. How does that happen? I'm a reasonably intelligent person. I never forget where the car is now. I know where I parked it, Joey Dodger, no worries. Thanks again, and you're welcome. Cheers, mate. Thanks, Joey Dodger. Nick Siam, my hair of the dogs began as a couple of shots and went to quadruple measures. Wow. Then moved on to pouring half a glass of vodka, down again and trying to keep it down by pacing and trying. God, it's horrible. And I used to take the first couple of swigs of Stella, I immediately threw it up. Immediately. And I tried trying to drink it warm, or warmer, room temperature and be in the fridge. That didn't work either. And we were going to a pub in Soho when I was living there for a little while, before I came out of the Met. And I walked in the pub at 11 o'clock. I felt terrible. Been drinking all the time. I was like on sick leave for a while. And I've got this pint and just threw it all over the table. He knew me as a policeman. And I had a little bit of rank as well. He was like, don't worry about it. And I'm thinking, how disgraceful, throwing it all over the table at 11 o'clock in the morning. Thankfully, there weren't many in the pub, but even so. Loss of dignity, that isn't it, as well. Urban angst. When I think back, it seemed more like purgatory. Of course it is. What's the difference between purgatory and hell, then? Because I don't know, I just know it all sounds horrendous. I still had a choice. I couldn't see the heavenly health yet, but I certainly had hell in sight. Yeah, I always like that, really down. Purgatory and hell. I don't know what the difference is, but they're both horrendous and all that. But I think it was Samantha mentioned it the other night. The only thing that keeps the drinkers together was it the devil alcohol, isn't it? This is devil as well, mate. Sound checked. I'm an ugly 40-year-old autistic guy. I never had a girlfriend I'd drink to cope with my issues. Nobody's ugly, mate. Don't say that about yourself. There's somebody out there for everybody. It's the drink that's got a hold of you. That's the problem. It brings you down mentally. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, as Urban said there, however you feel, see yourself, alcohol will make it worse. Sobriety will give you better health, give you more choices as well. So don't get down. Keep on the ML. I think the first time you've been on here, stick it out here because we'll help you. You'll feel better on the M, promise. Catherine, I still I'm fine, thanks. I don't miss the hangovers. No, neither do I. Well, at Mangman, hangovers go straight into withdrawal. Angel, well said, mate. Beat me to it. I've had that many hair of the dogs that possibly when the cuffs are on me. But like I said, hair of the dog starts earlier and earlier, and then you've got to drink the rest of the day. So it's 24 hours a day. And well said, angst, yeah, well said. Nothing is going to help you with the booze. It won't make anything better. It's very short-term gain. for a lot of long-term pain, really, isn't it? What you think, you think you're getting something out of it, but you're not really. You're just getting grief out of it and hassle, and that's not good. Hope you find value in these lives. If you do, please drop a super chat in. It doesn't have to be a lot. Or there's a buy me a coffee there. And let's get moving with another question. Because I was off yesterday, all these questions are built up. How to socialise without drinking? Well, you've got to change the way you socialise, haven't you? And like I said earlier, and the other people also mentioned it, don't hang around with the same folk. Because they will bring you down. If I go to that pub now, then I think, oh God, I don't like being there. It's a funny atmosphere, Sound check, isn't it? Yeah, whatever. I try sensory deprivation meditation, afternoons, eye mask and noise cancelling. Yeah, God's sober bliss. Well, that's good, then. If you can just tone it down a bit, you've got to try and get your health back. I mean, I thought I was horrendous when I was hair was all falling out and matted at the back, and it was a mess. It was a total mess. I mean, I went down from I'm quite a big chap, and I went down to 9 stone in weight. I thought we were going to die. I was more or less told by the doctors, the symptoms you've got are pretty horrific. Decompensated liver cirrhosis is not good, but it got better. Miracle, isn't it? So things can turn around, and things have turned around for a few of us in here. And there's some very experienced people here, knowledgeable people, clever people who've been through hell and come out the other end, Urbanized purgatory is a Catholic term as a place of punishment. With secular parallel, Dante described it as a place where one's soul is cleansed of all impurities. Wow, some clever folk in here, isn't there? Very clever folk. It's interesting, though. I've learned a lot, from this. I benefit from this as well. Knowledge base is much better than it was 6 weeks ago when I started. It's incredible how much knowledge there is here, because alcoholism is a very complicated subject, isn't it? Because it's still seen by the layman, shall we say, or laywoman, as a self-inflicted illness. But it isn't, is it? It's actually classified as an illness or a disease now. It wasn't in the past. He's just a drunk. That was the old saying, wasn't it? Don't mix with them, the drunks, Road to Purgatory was a brilliant film. I've never seen that. Yeah. It was always that. That's where the stigmas come from, isn't it? Jimmy Dodge, Sancho, mate, do whatever works for you to cope. You're not ugly, mate. That's silly talk. And as Steve said, don't listen to the drink telling you the different. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Jimmy, for that. That back up a little bit. We've all got our problems. We've all had problems. We have problems every day. And when you get sober, you tend to be able to think more rationally, a lot more rationally, and your mind clears up, and you can actually work things out a little bit better. You've got to work life out in the end, otherwise it'll take you down. The amount of guys I know this year who I used to work with in the Met who've died. There've been a couple of suicides, a couple from cancer, and it's a very short life, this. So we'll have to look after each other. We'll have to look after ourselves, don't we? Because one day here, next minute you're gone. It's just incredibly quick when you get a little bit older. Once you pass 40, it spins around the clock, doesn't it? That's the danger age. You're in Sniper's Alley then. Sound and your channel and Rational Recovery by Jack Trimby are great. Thanks very much. I'll have a look at that Jack Trimby thing. I haven't heard of him, but I'll have a look. So yeah, when you get a bit older, you think, wow, how much life have I got left? It's not all to do with years, It's adding years to your life, but it's also adding life to your years, which is more important. There's no point in sitting around on one of these mobility scores, like half the people that go to Wetherspoons are doing smoking cigarettes. I don't know how they do it. I went to the shop to put a lottery ticket on yesterday, right? This guy got 2 packets of cigarettes. And I've never smoked, thankfully. My daughter used to. It's vapes now, I think. And her husband vapes. £34. 2 packets. That's madness, isn't it? Madness. Stoic philosophy. Rational Recovery saved my life. I've read it 3 times. Really, that's interesting. Let's have a look at this book then by This chap, Jack Trimby, might be worth a read. Yes, been through benefits. Been hanging out in a discussion forum about atheists discussing the intricacies of human fallibility while doing laundry and chores. Happy Sunday. Wow, busy chap or lady. Incredible that. Martin, 46, watching now. You will soon crack 100. Great going after just 6 weeks. Very well done, Stephen. Thanks very much. Well, Mother's 94, she'll crack 100 maybe. Jamie Dodger, thanks. Honestly, we're here to help, if anybody's feeling weak. Because we'll all feel weak at some point. We'll all need some sort of help, won't we? Nobody's completely bomb-proof. I'm not. Certainly not. We've all got a chink in our armour, so to speak, haven't we? And, things like this help. Because I've learned so much on here from people. And I think I know a lot. Only joking. But you know what I'm saying? I've been through a lot of bad experiences with alcohol and a few with other things as well. As we all have. We've all got things in the past traumas we've had to deal with, and whether that kicks off the alcohol, I don't know. There's all sorts of things that happen in your life where you get distracted and that sort of thing, Another question. Oh yeah, this is a good one. How do you build your confidence back with alcohol? It came naturally to me, maybe a bit more worldly wise, but when you're young, alcohol was used, I think, by me anyway, would give you a bit of confidence in all fields of life, really, with dating, just going out with any social events, that sort of thing, trying to get us be part of a group. Particularly when I joined the police, it was more or less expected you to have a few drinks after work, especially in the 80s and 90s when London was buzzing, It was a wild time then. And, it wasn't something you never shied away from it, really. You come from a pint, yeah, going. It was just natural. And it's like, how do you get your confidence back when you used it all those years? I think when you're heavily drinking, your confidence goes anywhere. But when you get sober, you're so delighted that you're sober. That's what happened to me. My confidence came back. Came back because of that. I was so pleased to be sober and so pleased to be alive. And that's why I don't tend to worry so much about things. Because sobriety is a fantastic gift, To have that peace of mind and to feel part of life again is actually incredible. Because when you're really down to the bottom, wow, and it just eats up your life. And the many years I missed out on things, and not good. Jamie Dodger, Dutch courage. Building up the confidence and remove the inhibitions. That's the only way into more and more drinking customers. Because, people have said before it's a genetic, this is that. I think it's learned behaviour, alcoholism. And for me, it was habit. Habit. It's just habit form, isn't it? And that's how the addiction starts from. I mean, that's quite a simple way of putting it. I don't know if anybody else has got some other thoughts on it, but, just go into it. You're expected to drink at 18. Everyone drinks something. But you're not expected to shoot up heroin when you're 18, are you? Your parents don't say, oh, let's go and have a party because you're 18 or 21. We'll have a party, we'll have a do, we'll have a few drinks. You don't say, let's go and get a load of heroin and some needles. Do they? It's just as bad. Still a drug. Martin, exactly, Stephen, a bit of Dutch courage when I was younger, and they enabled me to pick up some fantastic looking barmaids and clubbers. Exactly. Setting this up, did not drink today, cleaned the house and got garbage just taken out. Had a nice salmon veggies dinner, and I've started taking vitamin B. All thanks to chat. Well, that's really good news, isn't it? Setting this up, thanks for that. Well done. If you could do that every day, get off the booze, do a few jobs, you'll have more money in your pocket, you'll feel better, you'll look better, and you'll be better as a person. And come on here every night and say, I've got another day under my belt. That's what you need to do, isn't it? And you've done really well. Well done. Nick J, you know, how are you doing? Yeah, you've done very well, as the Stoic said there. More power to your one, keep strong. Urban, thanks, Jim Dodge, yes. Dutch courage is a colloquial term for what clinicians sometimes call grandiosity. Other narcissistic tendencies that are exacerbated by alcohol. That's incredible. Right, like that. Yeah, good. Nice words there. Better than my words. I'm learning all the time. Yeah? Not the well done. Someone said, well done, seeing the stuff. Yeah, you've done really well. Get one day under your belt. You've done loads of jobs, and you've had a nice bit of salmon and some veggies. That's perfect, really, isn't it? Maybe a little bit more water. Seeing the stuff from hi, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're well and have had a good weekend. Yeah, good weekend, Chris. Hope you have too. Yeah, well done again to seeing the stuff. Because to get one day, I couldn't even get 1 hour at one point. Do a day and have a bit of meal and do some cleaning. I mean, that's too much for me now to do all that. Only joke, but you know what I'm saying. Rains, okay, Urban, we get you're intelligent. He is, isn't he? We'll all learn a lot, There's a lot of intelligent people here, more than we think. And we're all helping each other, that's the main thing. Health is your wealth. Always remember that and don't weaken to the booze for a couple of hours of when they chill out. Where did this chill out bollocks come into it? I know people don't even work and they sit in the pub sometimes. My wife Angie's going home. There's this bloke called Steve Miller. He's 42. He drinks all the time. I said, "Where's Angie? I used to. I don't see him now. Where's your missus? Where's your wife? Oh, she's at home chilling. She doesn't have a job. She's resting." I said, "What the fuck's she resting from? She's had a bad leg. Got a cold. They've always got colds and flus, haven't they? Sniffles. And you don't have them when you're sober." Billion Dutch courage before chatting with a woman at the bar asking for a dance. Usually ended up pissed and incoherent and blurting out complete waffle. I agree. Yeah, total. Your whole life was ruined. It just spoils everything, doesn't it? Absolutely everything. I don't know why I did it. I must have been instead of banging the head. I had a few bangs on the head, but it doesn't do any good at all, does it? All that money. But now I'm saving it, so that's good. Well, I'm not really saving it, but do you understand what I mean? You've got to do other things with. You've got better, more enjoyable things to do with your money and your life. Because holidays, when you're drinking, aren't holidays. They're just toil and labour trying to find boozers and trying to find off licenses, aren't they? Sound tech. I spent the day in London. Library and cafes writing up and people watching. Gets me away from beer sold beds. Of course it does. So where are you living at? So I lived in London for a while. London's always a good place for people watching. There's always something to do. A lot of free stuff in London. A lot of the museums are free. So there's things you can do in every area. It's difficult when you're in a rural area, I must admit, keep yourself busy. But if you're near a city, there's always something you can do. Because going back on the booze is just it's gonna kill you. When you get this in your head, this is going to kill me. This drink's going to kill me. I never had that. I used to have, this drink's going to be good. Hungover at the time or whatever. This is going to kill me. Then you realise you shouldn't be drinking petrol or rocket fuel, as Samara said it was. That's the thing. Urban Strange by name. Or just Johnson. Focus on big words makes my brain move around and takes my mind off simplicity of cravings. It's a good point that, yeah. People do puzzles and all sorts, because we need to be off the booze. No matter what you do to get off it. Otherwise, you're going to die soon. Sound tech. I renamed it cancer juice. There you go. It probably is, isn't it? 7 types of cancers linked to alcohol, which is phenomenally high. It's a lot of illnesses and things you never associate with alcohol. Bone disease, lung problems, all this sort of thing, and you just think, "Wow, what the hell is going on?" Really, it's just like, why is my body rejecting this? Because it's had too much of it. You know what I'm saying? I've had too much of it, and that's why the liver says, "Wow, I can't process any longer." So you start to feel ill, and because you feel ill, then you start having another drink, and that's how the cycle goes on. Ellis, sober curious, in the forces which is right. Of course it is, yeah, right. But Samara will tell you that. But now going a night out gives me bad anxiety. Scared to look at my phone in the morning. Right, I know what you're saying here. You're getting a bit of memory loss as well, drinking too much. It does go hand in hand in the forces, mind. I'd say that lots of professions drink too much. Construction, hospitality. But you need to calm it down. But if you want to come off, there's a link to a one-to-one program I do in the description of all the videos. Have a look at that if you want to. Thanks for coming on here. Martin, I can relate. Sound tech. I had many bets in my late teens and early 20s. Some sites I can never unsee. Daniel Jr., I have a relapse right now. I know that I have to stop, full stop. Get onto the one-to-one program in the videos. There's a link in there. If you go on any of the main videos I've got, there's a link to one-to-one. Eddie, Steve, just back from London. Watched Coldplay at Wembley, never had a drink. Well done, Eddie, fantastic. What were they like anyway? Good, I quite like Coldplay. Well done, yeah, because we're not having a drink, especially at the concert, because it's everywhere, isn't it? Eddie, Steve, sorry, what's it on? Chlorine in eggs is supposed to be pretty liver. But yeah, no, eggs are very good for you, aren't they? Vets drink loads, of course they do. So do doctors. Samantha, well done, Eddie. Yeah, you're doing well. Very well to do a concert. So, what other substance on earth has so many different names, marketing, flavourings, shapes, and colours? Exactly. It's attractively packaged poison, isn't it? That's all it is. And these new, what do they call them? Alka Pops are coming back, aren't they? Lorizalda, massive problems in the veterinary industry. Well, yeah. There you go. Are you in the veterinary? Are you a vet or something, or associated with that? It'd be interesting to know. Because it doesn't go any further than here, Nobody's going to mention anything. So, you're in the right place here. You can regain control of your life. You just have to want it more than anything. Yeah, you need to want it. You need to be ready to stop. That's the message. You have to be ready to stop. Stoke area, I bet you took in the atmosphere, enjoyed the music, and you remember it. Well done. Yeah, you will. Because when you're drinking, you spend. Well, go to the theatre or something like that. You spend half your time queuing up for a drink. You miss it all. That's the problem. They should do alcohol packaging to what they do with the tobacco. I'm not sure that'll come in. Like there's so much in tax receipts that they will never do that. They'll never do that. But it'd be a good idea. But I mean, hardened alcoholic will just find anywhere that's going to do it. But with children and things, I'm talking about teenagers. I mean, I was a child. I was when I started drinking at 15. So maybe some warnings that are putting pink and blue and yellow bottles on the shelves that are probably about 12%. Because you know yourself that you drink younger than 18. And the younger you start drinking, the quicker or the more likely it is you're going to be an alcoholic. So if there's not all there for you to choose and go to off, off licenses are like, they'll just serve anybody. They're not bothered really. They're not really worried. The licensing laws are quite lax here, to be honest. Martin, I'm signing on or out. Signing on out. Got me a 29-mile drive home now. Quite sober, of course. If anyone else is driving sober, keep it cruisy side up and look out for those pesky red lights. Okay, Martin, speak to you soon. You like your driving, don't you? Urban Angst, there's actually a book titled Sober Curious. It was on my Amazon list for years. I'm no longer curious. But it really does make everything better. Of course it does. 100% better. Electron, I missed an hour, but he visitors, not for me. You'll be fine. We'll do a bit more time. It's only 10 o'clock. It's not a bank holiday either. Sorry, it is a bank holiday. We're not in a booze. Just when I drink 12 bottles of Crafty Hen a week, 3 times in a week and 4 in a night. I'm an alcoholic. No, you're not. Which is good. Does anyone here like Smiths? Not particularly, no. Also, he sounds miserable. He had some sort of heavy songs, didn't he? But mind blown. I hope you're getting value from these lives. If you do, then please drop a super chat in. Or buy me coffee links at the top if you want to do that. And thanks for everybody who's donated so far. It definitely supports the channel. Chat's a bit still tonight, maybe because some old regulars not here. I think Bertie's missing. Who else is missing? Observer's missing. Beef and chicken's missing. Alex, there's a light that never goes out. That's true. No, the Smiths to me, funny band. Yeah, so building confidence without alcohol, building confidence will come just by being off the booze because you feel more healthy. You maybe get a bit fitter, and feel a bit better, you know. Sound tech. If music didn't exist, I would not touch alcohol. Really, I started drinking, as I said, enhances musical experience. It does. I know what you mean. You do move around a bit better, maybe. Justin, try stopping for a week, then you will know if you've got a drink problem. Yeah, good point. That yeah. I think if this was just drinking that beer might be alright, but it's a good point. Next morning, try stopping for a little while and see if it makes how you feel. Then, Stephen, when you were under the influence, did you ever do something so embarrassing you were avoiding people living in a constant state of rumination and shame? Not really stupid things. I just felt that I was very nervous and got paranoid about things. That was my problem. Justin Riley, I feel rough when going to work. You guys must have suffered drinking more. Yeah, 100%. Wasn't good. I always felt rough for years, me. Really bad. Hey, Williams, hey, looking after myself this weekend. It feels good leaving alcohol now. Yeah, but it gets better, you see. Electrona, I find when I'm off the booze, I'm so depleted of energy and it's frustrating. Yeah, all you want to do is feel better, and you can't because you don't have another drink to make you feel better, if that makes sense. And you just haven't got any energy. Samantha, safe journey, Martin. You just did a lot of miles, man. You came down from Glasgow the other day, I think. Thanks, Samantha. Samantha, I can stop drinking for a week. That's Justin. I think you're okay, Justin. But just maybe cut it down a little bit if you're feeling a bit weak with it all, a bit rough, Justin Riley every morning. Yeah, if you drink every morning, it's not good. I'm working tomorrow morning and dreading it. Have you had a heavy time? Mr. Mute, hello from wherever you are. Is that Switzerland? Right on the reef now. That's a good way of putting it on the reef, isn't it? Yeah. Out the sea. I like that. DI. I flew from Naples Airport and I bought limoncello for a friend as a present. First time I've having an alcoholic bottle in my house after 4.5 years. You're doing well then? 4.5 years, fantastic. Really, Sweden. I've got you. Hello from Sweden. Nice to see you on here. Got people from America and Sweden at the moment. Urban angst, proper diet and quality sleep is important. Sobriety is not a cure-all. Lifestyle changes are a part of it. I pretty much had to change everything, and it wasn't easy. It still isn't. I think you're right there, Urban. It's a different way of life, being sober. You don't associate with the same people. You don't do the same things. You don't think like you used to. You don't waste money like you used to. You tidy yourself up. You look after yourself. You've got more energy. Everything's better sober. And you do cook more. You'll find a lot of sober people are much healthier when they get heavy drinkers who got sober, as it were. People like myself and the sober will be more healthy than the average drinker because we overcompensate. Proper drunk that limoncello. I've never had it. Nice to see you, Mr. Mitch from Sweden. Music is amazing when you play your favourite tunes. It takes you back to where you were. That's very true. It's a good thing, music. I love music. Electronic Economics, thanks. Never know what to take on board or how to approach it properly. Hence why I give it all the time. I think you've got to just look at your own life and think, well, it's time for me to stop now. But if it's not your time, then you won't. That's the thing. you know what I'm saying? You've got to really focus on what you want in life as well. When you've been off it for a little while, you can actually take stock. Because when you're drinking, as the sub-man said earlier, all you want to do is drink. Because it makes you very selfish. Speaking of DJs, Avicii was Swedish and booze ruined him. There you go. Booze ruins a lot of people, doesn't it? A lot of people. But there's a link to all of us in some way that we all got the same sort of symptoms. I think we're pretty nice folk, and we overthink, and we worriers and that sort of thing. It's not good, is it? And the question: alcohol-free travel tips. Well, it's only the last few years I've actually travelled alcohol-free, and it's a totally different experience. You feel good when you go on holiday. You don't feel the pressure to find an off license, to find a bar, to drink on the plane. You can actually feel good, all the time. You don't get particularly sunburned. You don't fall asleep on the beach. Everything's better travelling when you're sober. So I met my hero in Stockholm. Booze you lose, very true. He's popping later trance. RIP Vici, one of the best stages to live. Wow. So yeah, alcohol-free travelling is much better if you can manage it, but you have to be, again, take your mind off things, And I just think basically, if you want to get sober, you'll get sober. If you don't give a toss about it, like I didn't years ago, you just drift in and out of it, and that's the danger time. Because what will happen is you'll not even realise you've got a problem. You just think it's normal. I thought it was normal to live in withdrawal, but obviously it wasn't. I couldn't go back now for a day even of what I was going through, because it was horrendous. Electron, the all-inclusives do press you every turn, every time. Can't even sunbathe some fellow with a tray is plastering, pressing you to have a booze. Yeah, I only went on one of those all-inclusive things, and I met some guys from Birmingham. I was married and my daughter was very young. When I came back, I never had such a bad withdrawal in my life, and I had to go to work on Monday. We got one of these, when you plan a holiday and you think, well, we'll just get back at 7 o'clock at night and I'll go to work at 9 the next day. I'll be fine. Right? It's not like that when you come back, is it? When your plane's delayed and you're feeling horrendous after the booze, you've got to go to work the next day. It's not good. I've done that many times. Not often. It's a day's annual leave extra and sort of work out. When I was going to be most ill, it's like it's like a military operation planning to go back to work, isn't it? Let's learn that you need 2 or 3 days after an illness, if you do at least, yeah. Just to try and get you. Well, you've got to try and sober up, yeah. You've got to try and sober up, and it's really, really difficult when you had 7 days or longer on these all-inclusives, because you're encouraged to drink really at 8 o'clock in the morning, aren't you? It's a bit like being in being in the sun, but Wetherspoons in the sun. Jackie Williams, I think as you get older, hangovers last a few days. Yeah, there is a link to that, I think. Yeah, your body doesn't process things as quickly as they do when you're 20, And that's the problem. I just had a week's holiday and didn't drink a single beer. That's fantastic. Well done, Ben. Then I got home yesterday and drank 5 bottles of beer. Well, why is that then? Today I feel terrible. Not hungover, just back to work tomorrow. Nervous. Why did you go a week on holiday and then have nothing and then come back and drink? It's mad, that. It's normally the other way around, isn't it? Electronic, it gets easier, mate, when you can shut the addiction's voice down. Becomes second nature, it gets quieter. I've been on a few all-inclusive now and have no desire to drink, nor me. No, I've got no desire. In fact, I hate drink now. Because it nearly killed me. When something nearly kills you, you do battle against it. But it took that to really push me to, get my act together, as it were. Alex James, there are still a lot of mysteries surrounding Vici's death. That's about the stage. Spuddy fell in a glass bottle and stabbed himself in the neck, but Blue still might have been murdered. Well, not good, is it? Yeah, so alcohol-free holiday is far better. You won't get burned, you won't lose money, you won't have terrible hangovers, you'll be able to make the flight on time, you'll not be panicking. That's the thing. With the awful hangovers, I always used to start feeling better around 2 p.m. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I don't know if it was psychological. Funny enough, when I was in uniform, when I got out of uniform, I felt better. So I thought, well, I can actually go to the pub now. I didn't. wanted to go to the pub. I thought, oh, might as well anyway. When I was restricted, then I drank more. If that makes sense. Mr. Meat, how old am I? Well, I'm 60 something. Actually, I would guess 50 something. And I'll tell you how far you're off. See, the stuff I never drank on vacations, but when I get home, I was non-stop drinking. That's really odd, that, because most doctors will say be very very mindful when you go away. It can be a bit of a trigger, you know. Straight Benjamin, the addiction will try to get you on the build up to a holiday as you're preoccupied on a holiday. If you don't drink, it will try when you get home. It's incredible, isn't it? It's very clever, isn't it? I don't know why I won't drink now until next weekend. So today's really made me feel the difference in how my body is with and without drinking. I got full blood test booked Friday. It just catches up. You see, the more you're off it, the worse it's going to be when you start again. The kindling effect again, isn't it? Dennis Maloney, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Benjamin going for his yearly test, yeah. Sound tech. Lion's mane and CBD, breathwork and sensory deprivation meditation helps me. You know, the only thing that helped me was the benzos I used to get, but they stopped them. And then I tried to self-medicate. Stephen is good for 100 years old. Can you imagine being 100? Ooh. A lot of years, isn't it? A lot of experience there. I wonder if any of us will live over 100. I doubt it very much. Urban angst. When I think of all the fascinating travel locations I've been to, and most of my memories include the local bars, which pretty much look the same everywhere. It's very true, that. All the bars are the same, aren't they? Bit of Sky TV on, bit of sport, fuel soaks in the corner, and a barmaid with a face that he's ironed. That sort of thing. All the same. And a great big geezer in the kitchen who'll come out if you can't pay. After 9 AM, never drink again. Never. And early PM, still never drink again. Night time to finish work, can't wait for beer. That's the thing, isn't it? It's like a reward trigger. Apparently, lion's mane has caused a lot of trouble for a lot of people. Okay, what's lion's mane? Is some sort of testosterone thing? It sounds like. Except I would often relapse after receiving brilliant news or achieving something brilliant. I relapse to stay on a permanent high. That's the thing, isn't it? It's not just bad news. I was about that. It didn't matter whether it was happy, sad, good, or bad. I'd drink. It's a mushroom supplement. For what? Alex, if you don't mind, I don't know what it's for. Lion's mane. There's all these new things come out, isn't it? Mushroom. Okay, cheers, Rains. Mushroom supplements. Okay, got you. 2 weeks. We just have mushrooms, I suppose. I don't like taking all these supplements because I haven't been tested, have they? I mean, even down the little paracetamol, there can be side effects, can't there? Unless, to me, it's like people get surgery and things that they don't need cosmetic surgery. Unless you really need it, then there's no point in taking medication, is there? Really. Sometimes 2 weeks in a secluded cabin in the Scottish Highlands, no off licenses. That's what you want. No phone. I was talking to my partner the other week about that. Don't go one of these retreats, just don't do anything. Probably just have a few glasses of, like, what are they called? Smoothies and whatnot. Bit of sunshine, bit of relax. Sort of run around the streets looking for entertainment. Just drink beer when you feel like it. Don't see the problem. What caused me problems is the beer. I never drank spirits or wine, and I was pretty much knackered with it, you know. Probably safer to go to a supervised recovery house. Yeah, I've been sober for a while, but for sound tech, yeah, you need to be somewhere there's medical people. You know, if you've been sober for a few years, it's different to go to the studio cabin or something. But if you're struggling with alcohol, then it's no good. I'll be getting some value from these lives. If you do, please drop a super chat in. It doesn't have to be a lot. You know where the button is. Or there's a buy me a coffee link at the top if you want to support the channel. Be most grateful. Mr. Meat, according to all AI, you're 63. AI? How would the AI know? Interesting. Left line, if the postman delivered the letter, I'd crack a bottle. Yeah, any excuse, isn't it? Any excuse to drink. Because alcohol is ruining your life, not just yours, but your loved ones too. It's a problem. Yeah, of course it is. When you drink because you have to, rather than you want to, or need to, because rather than want to, then it's a problem. If you're having a drink because you need a drink, then you're turning the corner. It's as simple as that. Blackstone, what time of the year? To me, I think this winter we'll have a lot of new people in here. That's when the dark nights cut in. People who, especially on their own, or haven't got a partner, then they'll tend to be a little bit down as well. I think that's when it kicks in for a lot of people, the winter time. And then you got the run to Christmas, all that sort of thing. If you're in the summertime, you're going to be tempted to sit outside that beer garden, but it's not being packed. There's always something else to do. It's sunny, but when it's dark and wet and cold, that's a really big temptation time. Imagine what time of the year, I think it's definitely winter for me. I absolutely agree. Always thought bad news would be in the mail. Yeah, well, that's impending doom thing, isn't it? Always had this sort of impending doom. Not ruining my life, drink when I want. That's fair enough, yeah. Can't make you stop. There was no such thing as a moderation for it. I agree with that. I just did that. Didn't I? We cannot moderate it. It's as simple as that. You will never be able to moderate it. I love winter alone, but I love it's peaceful. Yeah, I suppose it is. But it's a trigger for people to drink, though, I think. Good news, celebrate. Bad news, celebrate. Let's have a drink. Graham Jones, do you think ramping down is realistic, or do you advocate? Don't go too cold turkey. I did that twice and had seizures. So taper down if you can. Or even if you're really bad, then you have to get into try and get some medication. They'll just tell you to taper down, but it's worth seeing them, Wrap up, go for coffee, a good point. Samantha, really drinking when you feel like it is fine for someone without addiction. But when you're addicted, the feeling itself is driven by dependence, not by choice, and that's the trap. Yeah, I like that, yeah. So it's good good message, Samantha there. Drinking when you feel like it is fine if you've got an addiction. But when you're addicted, the feeling itself is driven by dependence, not by choice. Yeah, I agree. That's when you need a drink, isn't it? Because you're alcohol dependent. When you're addicted, the feeling itself is driven by dependence. Yeah, it is dependence. Yeah, it's not good. Good message, Samantha. Thank you. Nearly 50 people watching. There's good and about all of that. If anybody wants to drop a super chat in, please do and support the channel. It's going quite well, isn't it? Or buy me coffees at the top there. It helps us massively to keep these going, especially at the rate we're doing. So something 100, yeah, it's true. Driven by dependence. Alex James, this online safety act Labour gave vote in has pissed me right off. Online safety, I've never seen it. I can't even look at Reddit anymore without raising for ID. Okay, I understand what you're saying. I don't the Reddit thing. I've never been able to watch it anyway. Is that when it's a bit like going at the chat room, isn't it? Something. Chat rooms, I think it's driven by fear. Could be, yeah. Good point. Yeah, alcohol dependency is really, really the end of it all. And that's when you got to maybe get some help. Basically, really, Samantha, I feel like I need a drink all the time, but I only drink at night. Is that because you're at work during the day, though? Maybe. I mean, I felt like I needed a drink when I was in the police, but I couldn't drink. I had to wait until I was off the shift, Left line, tomorrow is my plan. But I've hammered the beer this weekend, planning 4 beers tomorrow, all set in the fridge in the garage. Military planning again, isn't it? It is military planning, this. It's hard work being an alcoholic. That's why you don't have any time. You're planning the next little operation, aren't you? Every day is hard work when you're dependent. Tomorrow's my plan. Oh, dear. You've got to think about the future. Oh, have I got enough in for this week? Or what am I doing Wednesday? Do I need to take somebody to the airport? Whatever. Your whole life's controlled by it. Everything's controlled by it. But do you need healthy addiction or to try and get away from more addiction? You need to find something which is better for you. You need to find something which is more important to you than alcohol. That's the key. Let's be more important. Lenny, addiction to me feels like the deluded feeling. I can go on Friday, but when I wait on Saturday, I have no self control to stop. If I compel to keep drinking, because you want to get over the hangover, don't you? Graham Jones, Alex, Labour are leaning on VPNs already. Node or connecting UK clients to UK servers. Sarah Labour Holland, hello Sarah. How's it, Sarah here? I'm officially 1 year old. Well done. I haven't seen you on the main channel for a while. Hope you're well. Nice to see you. Mr. Mute, 1 year. That's fantastic. A round of applause for Sarah there. Full year, brilliant. Well done. Just down here, that one there. Mr. Mute, I have to say good night from Sweden. It was fun chatting with you. Stay on the reef. Good night, sir. Mr. Mute, come back tomorrow. Same time, same place. If you wish to. And tell your friends. If you know anybody else has got problems, or needs a bit of advice, or just a chat, really. Fez drank 8 cans of G&T. Feels so ill all day, not good anymore. See, Fez, come on. Get a grip, goodness. Stick on here. We'll get you off. Reason I bet football for job, I can always drink. Oh, see, the calm down thing. But that's the problem, isn't it? You've got accessibility to it. And that's what happened during COVID when people were working from home. It's like a neurosis. Yeah, well done, Sarah, for a year. Rains behind you. See, please, when you can, get the chance, watch the film another round. I will do. A lot of films that I didn't even heard of, and books and one. Oh, thanks, Rains, for that. Album's a full-time job. Then you have to go to work and then put on lying or script performance. It's hard. That's hard work, isn't it? That's a hard, stressful way of living. To try and hide it. COVID, my God, just blew up the drinking, didn't it? Yeah, 100%. A lot of people died of hepatitis. Hepatitis because they were normal social drinkers, then they hit it hard and become dependent. But just blew the liver apart, basically. Don't ruin it for everyone with filters. That's about the internet, isn't it? If I were to choose the most important lifestyle change for me, it was ensuring I'm surrounding myself with people who are 100% alcohol free. I'm lucky with family as they never drink around me. That's good then. First, I thought being sober would be exciting and fun. Now it's a sober calm. It's a better way of life. Reason I make £5,000 a week, that's what makes me drink. Mental reason, it's not you needing the drink. Could it be the addiction? Try a week without a drink and see if you manage it. If not, you might be dependent. Good thing you can reverse the habit like most, yeah. Yeah, well done, Samantha. Thanks for that. If you can reverse the habit, then you're out of the woods, aren't you? The addiction, isn't it? Yeah, the addiction. It's not yourself. It's trying to separate yourself from the addiction, isn't it, Samantha? That's what. And if you can reverse it, you've done well, yeah. Jackie Williams, the lockdown did a lot of damage. The lockdown, yeah. Although I didn't see much of it because I was in hospital most of that time, unfortunately. So I'm at the stage where my performance is me just losing the rag with everyone, even customers. Gaffers noticing. Yeah, at least the next time you've got to try and get a grip, haven't you? Really. So good job, Sarah. Yeah, well done, Sarah, because I spoke to you a lot on the main channel last year, and you did well to get to a year. Reason I do 6 months sober every year. Okay, that's good then. If you can start and do 6 months sober, then you can control it, which is good, isn't it? Blackstone, do you think sensitive people are more susceptible to substance abuse? 1,000%. Sensitive people, we're all sensitive people on here. Very people pleasers, very affable people, overthinkers, generous people as well. Really, that's what we are. And I think sensitive is definitely hard as nails people. Not as nails people don't tend to get affected by it. The ones I've met anyway don't seem to be phased by it. If you do want to drop a super chat in and support the channel, then please do. The Buy Me a Coffee link is also at the top there. If you want to hit the Buy Me a Coffee link, it helps the channel grow, helps keeping it strong, and it's getting better all the time, isn't it? Tomorrow, Electroliner, that's classic. That's how it all starts. You get fired, you lose your partner, you lose your finances, you lose your house, then you lose your mind. That's what happens. Yeah, it's a very similar pattern. Urban, I thought your profile picture was of Jupiter, then I realised it's not. Because I tell people all the time I'm not an alcoholic, just binge drinker. But maybe, yeah. Maybe binge. It's all going to harm your health, though, isn't it? But, we're all here for a reason. Some people don't want to stop. I didn't want to stop when I was young. I wanted to stop, but just felt the power of it was like, well, I might just keep drinking. I quite enjoy it. But in the end, it will cut your life in half. Simple as that. Because alcoholics don't live long. You've got to stop. I mean, in the last 20 years, I've only drank 5. So my body's pretty all right now. But it wasn't a couple of years ago. Because everything was collapsing. Because it will. The more you throw in the poison in, the worse it's going to get and the worse your life is. And then your mind starts to go and you feel depressed and that makes you feel even worse. So you drink more. And it's hard to get out of it. Once you're out of it, you've got to stay out of it. And I think the relapse thing is a killer for a lot of people. Because if you go back again, you'll feel 10 times worse, won't you? At least 10 times worse. We've done an hour and a half there. It's been a good chat night. I never drink before 5 p.m, but once I start, I can't stop until I'm ready to conk out. Well, that's a lot of problem. A lot of people have that problem. They can't just have one or two. I couldn't, but I never got really to the point when I was working that was that bad. Mine was on my days off. I used to go a bit crazy. I said I was enjoying my life in London. It was bright lights of London. I used to love it. Like I said before, it was more of a habit with me. I know a lot of people who just have 1 and have 10. But that was a bit like that in the end. Jackie Williams, I'm a binge drinker and a coast. Too much problems for me doing an intervention now and leaving it out. Good. Be strong with it, Fair's invested in 2 puzzle magazines. Got Rubicon Cherry and Raspberry Drink. Got to throw myself into this sober life. You have to. Tell you what to do it. The reason you have binge drinking is still bad, of course it is. Because you're hammering your liver with far too much juice. Last night I also didn't realise how out of shape and bloated you get drinking all the time. Yeah, you do. Because you don't eat properly. You don't do any exercise. You don't sleep properly. Everything will collapse. Like a deck of cards. Then I think the binge drinkers who don't consistently believe they are not alcoholics. Yeah, I see what you mean. But are they alcoholics though? That's a debate, isn't it? And a half. A discussion anyway. If you're binge drinking Friday and Saturday, are you an alcoholic? To me, no. Because an alcoholic is a person who relies on it all the time, was dependent, as Samantha was saying that earlier, dependency. And like the submariner was, he was dependent, I was dependent. Couldn't function without a drink, you see. I used to left line. I used to be a 6 p.m. guy, but it fades. Finish work at 5, 10 minutes drive. Live on an island. First drink 5:15. Well, I know what you're saying. I was there when I finished work. It's 10 minutes walk to the pub and spend 4 hours in there. Urbanized rains by neon. It's not. It's an old photograph taken in the evening of a local ocean bay in Canada. Wow. Graham Jones, say I exercise, I box, I swim, I walk, I eat well, but I love my drink. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I was like that when I was younger. But eventually it'll catch up with you. Then surely if you're a habitual binge drinker who goes on these massive blows a week at a wedding, Christmas, or some other outing, think I don't have a problem. It will harm you, but it won't be as bad as regular drinking. Regular, when you live and never gets a chance to clean out properly, is worse. I would say anyway. I'm drinking now and I drink strong stuff like silly. Okay, Reese, that's fine. I mean, you got to do what you want to do, but it won't do any good. Alex, has anyone here drunk so much in one night that were the effects of sickening rather than enjoyable? Oh, God, yeah. Lots of times when I was younger. Not so much sick. I wasn't being sick, it was just to feel rough. Jamie Dodger, when you look at yourself in the mirror after a night of heavy binge drinking versus a week of being sober, the difference is an incredible difference, yeah. When you're on the booze, when you're not. Jackie Williams, I don't rely on it all the time, but it caused problems I'd go weeks without but overdo it when I would drink. Yeah, you see, I think alcoholism is more dependence. Submariner, I was a binge drinker only because I couldn't drink at sea, but this led to daily drinking. Daily drinking. When I got short, posting then went back to binge drinking when I got another submarine. Alex James, many times it's random too. Something that just happens after a few. So there's you and there's your addiction. Sometimes you talk and the truth comes out. Other times it's the addiction talking. The addiction will push anyone away that tries to get in between you and the drink. Yeah, because we get angry with people, don't we? They try and help us. I know a few ex-rig lads. My God, they're not good with booze. Same thing, yeah. I'm 29 and still get asked for ID, so I'm not drinking enough. Well, yeah, I mean, you've just got to look after yourself at that age. You're young enough to get off it. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want to get off it, then you will have problems later. But it's a matter of, it's a personal decision at the end of the day, isn't it? One of the external improvements in looks has been the texture of my facial skin. No more breakouts, rosacea, waxy parents, incredible difference. Yeah, because you eat better as well, don't you? You don't just stop the drink, you'll eat better, you'll drink more water, all that sort of thing. And you hopefully sleep a little bit better as well. That's the key to a lot of things, get a bit more rest. So yes, alcohol becomes your master, jailer and protector. 100%. It controls you. You're powerless over it, aren't you? There's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up now, I think. And we'll say good evening to everybody, and we'll hit tomorrow. Bank holiday Monday night. I hope everybody has a sober day tomorrow. Those who can't stay sober, then keep it low. And if you want to stay sober, keep coming on here. If you want to learn how to be a better person, keep going on here. That's where it goes, isn't it? Elbow tried to nil it, but found reduce the volume. Yeah, come up with it slowly. Johnny Dodge, good night, Steve. Thanks for the chat. Thanks, Miss Jackie Williams. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah, well done for your year. Thanks to the people who dropped the super chat in for the coffees. Always appreciate it. Graham, yeah, I'm in Newcastle. You know, for you. Liz Easton saying, I'm too young not to drink. To not drink. Yeah, I know you're saying, can't you stop when you're 29? I'm waiting tomorrow. Got to pay council tax. Oof, not good, is it? Cheers, Steve. Good night, Steve. Good night, everyone. Okay, thanks very much tonight. I appreciate that. And thanks for coming on. Thanks for your chat. Thanks to the moderators. And we'll see you soon. And have a good bank holiday. Just take it easy tomorrow. Relax a bit. Oh, Yom, yeah, I know Yom. Yeah. I was doing a bit of work in Middlesbrough last year. So stayed in Yom. A couple of nights. Nice place, Yom. There's a good Lebanese restaurant there. We'll meet up for a coffee, maybe. We're going to have a meet-up next year anyway. Okay, thanks for everybody, and thanks for everybody's comments and those who've donated and stuff. And have a great day tomorrow. It's nice to have another day off if you're working, isn't it? It's always a bonus. And I shall speak to you tomorrow. Take it easy. Good night.